Head Over Tail by Rachel Bright and Nicola Kinnear. Once beneath a hillside, drenched in drips of summer rain, lived a fellow quite amazing with a very busy brain. And if you look quite closely, I think you'll see him too. 2 ears, some twitching whiskers, and a flash of something blue. This is Peter Rabbit. He is handsome, young, and smart. He's also rather clever, which is where our story starts. He was sketching in his bedroom in his big inventions book when a voice from the kitchen shouted, "Children, oh dear! Look!" Mama clutched to the linens. "Just look at all this sploshing. There's muddy little paw prints smudged all over my clean washing." Peter glanced quite sheepishly upon his grubby paws and thought perhaps, just maybe, he might have been the cause. "I'll help you," answered Peter. He knew exactly what to do. Clutching at his book, he said, "I'll make them good as new." He had a thought of an invention. In his eye a little twinkle. "I'll make a magic washing line to Mrs. Tiddywinkle." She was a laundry expert who did everything precisely. He was sure she'd do it for him if he'd asked very nicely. She'd wash and press it in a flash, much faster than he could, and that would leave more time to play, which in his book was good. So he called for Squirrel Nutkin, who came running with a grin. When he heard of Peter's plan, he was so excited to join in. Nutkin scampered quickly across the forest floor to tie the line up tightly near Mrs. Tiddywinkle's door. Then Peter looped some ivy round the magic washing line and waited for a signal that would tell him it was time. When Squirrel Nutkin tugged, he'd go upon the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3! Peter leaped and flew out of the tree. He zoomed across the canopy and gathered up some speed. His latest master plan was working very well indeed. But when he reached the spot where Squirrel Nutkin was now standing, he realized he hadn't thought about a nice soft landing. Mrs. Tiddywinkle, when she opened up her door, was surprised to see a pile of sheets and Peter on the floor. She bundled up the washing and ushered them inside into her cozy kitchen with efficiency and pride. And in 2 slices and 2 cups of laundry, it was done. Soon, Peter could get back to being wild and having fun. He said a gracious thank you and climbed up to the line as Squirrel Nutkin shouted out, "I wanted to ride this time!" But 2 was rather heavy for a comfy journey back. It was built for just 1 Peter, so the washing line went slack. As they zipped along the straining line, they very quickly found their bottoms getting closer to the rising upwards grounds. As problems go, this one came fast and rapidly got big. They crashed and bashed through leaves and flowers and one quite painful twig. A bouncing ball of tails and ears, they rolled along the grounds. No sooner were they right way up, they'd be back upside down. All bundled up and spinning fast, it really was a muddle. Once they kept rolling them right back through a muddy puddle. They rolled and rolled until they stopped at 2 familiar feet, probably the last ones Peter might have hoped to meet. And slowly, as the sheets unfurled, they showed a coloured mess. Peter thought about how best a rabbit should confess. But before the words had crossed his lips, His mamma rabbit gasped. Her eyes were huge, her mouth was wide, her paws were tightly clasped. "Oh, I love them, Peter Rabbit. Brand new sheets for all the beds. Such pretty patterned colours, where you all will lay your heads." And everyone praised Peter for his very clever thinking as Squirrel Nutkin shook his head, chuckling and winking. But later on that evening, Mamma took him to one side to explain a job done carefully would fill him up with pride. Peter thought about her words and stepped up on his tiptoes to say a whispered sorry with a kiss upon her nose. Tomorrow was another day. Who knew what it might bring? Well, certainly a chance to build an even better thing. He'd dream of new inventions. He could scribble and create. Practicing is, after all, what makes a rabbit great. Good night, then, Peter Rabbit. We'll let you dream away and see you on the hillside another wild, free day.